Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I am Tahir Salam. Many thanks for joining us again. This is what the show looks like. We're starting off with what's going to happen later tonight.
What's going to happen later tonight?
Tonight, in the CAF Confederation Cup involving Nigeria's representatives, they'll be in action against Orlando Pirates in their final Group A clash for the CAF Confederation Cup. And they have to win this game to have any chance of advancing into the quarterfinals.
Condemned to win.
They have to.
If they don't, that's the end of the road. They don't have to focus on any other results. Just win your game, at least 2-1, and you're good to go. Also on the program, Real Madrid are yet to beat Chelsea. It's the fourth time meeting in their history, 2 losses and 2 draws. So we'll be waiting to see what's going to happen in second leg at Stamford Bridge to see if Madrid will be able to beat Chelsea for the very first time in their history, or they will be out of the Champions League.
Safe to say this particular tie is definitely at just half-time. Karim Benzema cancelling out Christian Pulisic's early strike for the Blues. Also on the show, the Brooklyn Nets have become the first Eastern Conference side to qualify for the playoffs after defeating the Toronto Raptors early this morning.
Yeah, they had to overturn 6 points deficit with just 10 minutes remaining to get that. The focus now is to see if they can be seeded #1 in the East.
That's the next target for the Brooklyn Nets, and I won't be surprised at all if they do just that. Very impressive season so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
Star-studded Brooklyn Nets.
Exactly, okay. Even though the Stars have not played a lot of games together. So
when one star is out, another is coming. But we've never had all of them out. So at the end of the day, it's still a star-studded team.
Yes,
no
it
matter
is.
what you're going to say.
No doubt about that. Anyways.
Blake Griffin, of course, is playing. Kyrie Irving is playing. KD is playing. Just only James Harden that you don't have here.
Yeah. All right then. We'll come back to what the Brooklyn Nets have been able to do in a moment. But there were other games that went down in the NBA as well. So we have all the results for you. We're going to run through them now before we focus on our star games of the night. Let's start with the Boston Celtics against the OKC Thunder. That's a surprise victory for the OKC Thunder, 119 to 115. And with that victory, they've been able to snap their 14-game losing streak. So I didn't think they'll do that against Boston, because Boston have been very good recently. So good win indeed for OKC. Let's move on to the Bucks and the Charlotte Hornets. They ended 114 to 104 in favor of Milwaukee, and they avoided a serious sweep against the Hornets with that particular victory.
And Adetokunbo had to score 29 points, grabbed 12 rebounds. They had to solidify their spot in the 3rd place right now in the East. We'll see what's going to happen. 3rd right now. Brook Lopez added 22 points. Chris Middleton also with 17 points, improving the record to 38-23. They're edging closer to the postseason. Very close.
It's probably going to be the Nets, the 76ers, and the Bucks in that order for the top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I said it's probably going to be. I'll be very surprised if that's not the case at the end of the regular season. Let's move on quickly now to the Pacers, and the Blazers ended 133 to 112 in favor of Portland. Portland are managing to end their 5-game losing streak. The Nets and the Raptors ended 116 to 103 in favor of Brooklyn. Like we said, Brooklyn having to stage a fantastic rally to get this victory. We'll come back to that game shortly. The Timberwolves defeated the Houston Rockets 114 to 107. Karl Anthony Towns with 31 points on the night for their 3rd straight victory. And last but not the least, the Mavericks absolutely annihilated, manhandled, and overpowered the Golden State Warriors, 133 to 103.
30 points pounding.
Wow, that's a pounding. Yeah, that's a very apt description. Anyways, we'll send pictures from the Nets and the Raptors, where Kevin Durant scored 7 of his 17 points in the 4th quarter to help the Nets clinch a playoff spot with 10 games to go. KD also added 10 rebounds in 33 minutes for his 8th double-double of the season. And they also got help from the other players as well too.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, not too much, just 9 points. on the night. Yeah, 7 Brooklyn players were actually on double digit in total. So when Kyrie Irving, they have much of the points. You have other players like Jeff Green led with all scoring 22 points. Blake Griffin, I mentioned earlier, 17 points. He had 22 minutes on court, but he gave out 17 points. Joe Harris, another player, having 16 points, and Landry Shamet, who was actually the main guy, you know, especially when you didn't have James Harden at the point and KD at the point, you know, he had 14 points off the bench. So this guy's really, really solid. For the Raptors, it was just Kyle Lowry had 24 points,
So for Brooklyn, Cecilia, I mean, it just tells you that they have, they're building a championship roster. And that's why when Kyrie has a very underwhelming game, like he did last night, 9 points from Kyrie, come on. You know,
we're talking about Kyrie,
it's very strange, right? The other guys stepped up. 7 other players in double figures. Jeff Green, the veteran, still scoring points, 22 on the night. And that's why pundits, basketball pundits, have, you know, tipped the Brooklyn Nets to be one of the favorites for the championship. And the fact that they've done all of this without
having full complements of their players at any time.
At any time. KD, Kyrie, and James Harden have only played 7 games together. That's ridiculous. They've had several other issues with health and safety protocols, the trades that has happened mid-season as well too, and to see them, you know, play well enough to get into the playoffs with 10 games to go, I think it's remarkable. But like the players and the coaches are saying, this is just the beginning, and there's still several goals for them to attain when it's all said and done. Let's take a listen to Steve Nash and Kevin Durant.
I mean, it's great. You know, I think we have our eyes on bigger things, but you know, it's a nice first step to clinch a berth, and you know, for this group facing all we faced, to be in this position and this with 10 games left is very positive. You know, Tyler, Mike James was great. You know, we played with a little more pace and made it, I think, more difficult for them. Defensively, they do such a good job scrambling and making it hard for you. The more static you are, I think that really fuels their defense. So we were able to spread them out, make plays, made some shots, made them guard in space, and we were scrappy defensively. So, you know, really proud of that second unit for sure.
All the adversity that we fought through this year with injuries, protocols, trade situations, guys being in and out the lineup. Very proud of just everybody, top to bottom, everybody in the organization, but especially our coaching staff who, you know, put us all in great positions to be successful every night. So a lot of the credit goes to them.
There you go, Kevin Durant speaking after yesterday's victory over the Toronto Raptors. Of course, that ensured their place in the postseason. Cecilia, we forgot to mention LaMarcus Aldridge as well, to start to retire.
Because of irregular heartbeats he had.
Exactly. So much adversity for Brooklyn. They've been able to overcome. You know, that's champion mentality right there.
I was going to say that's the reason for you having an all-star team. When you have an all-star team, anyone can go out and you still be able to carry on.
Exactly.
But if you don't have that, it's always hard. So for now, they have an all-star team. So one is out, the others will always step up. Blake Griffin, KD, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, these are all-star players.
Absolutely.
I think they're the most complete team right now.
They are. They have to be out. We've actually seen.
So
we've seen them actually, you know, get better defensively as well. So anyways, let's look at our standout performers quickly before we leave the NBA. Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics, 39, 11, and 3, ended up on the losing side. Next up is Carl Anthony Towns, 31, 7, and 5 assists for the Timberwolves in their victory over the Houston Rockets.
Look at Doncic.
Luka.
28 minutes.
What a player.
He did this in 28 minutes.
What a player.
What happened to Steph Curry on the night? 2 superstars meeting, but one had to outshine the other. Steph Curry ended with just 27 on the night.
Yeah. So it's safe to say Luka Doncic won the battle and won the war as well. So, all right. Also for basketball,
toothless warriors.
Yeah. Powerless warriors. Let's do basketball now, Cecilia. Let's go and talk about tennis.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, Wimbledon.
What's happening this year? This year is the fact that we know at the end of once Wimbledon start, they're likely going to be having 25% of fans coming in. Yeah, capacity. Then another thing is for 2022. We're going to be having just 14 days instead of the usual 15 where they have to play on a Sunday.
So basically what they're doing is that they're scrapping its traditional rest day on the middle Sunday of the tournament. So that's from 2022. And yeah, it's just the updates from Wimbledon for you. And we're going to get to listen to two of the officials now speaking on these updates.
I'm pleased to announce that beginning with play in 2022, a year marking the centenary here of Centre Court, we intend to make play on Middle Sunday a permanent part of our tournament schedule, and we will become a 14-day tournament. Thanks to improved grass court maintenance technology over the past 5 years or so and other measures, we are now confident that we will be able to look after the courts, most particularly Centre Court, without a full day of rest during the fortnight. This provides us with the opportunity at an important time to make this move. A move which will enhance the accessibility, reach and fan base of Wimbledon, both in the UK and globally, provide greater resilience and variety to the tournament programme, and offer an opportunity to create a different kind of atmosphere and tradition on the Middle Sunday, with a strong focus on the local community in particular.
In addition, we're implementing a minimised risk environment for all of our competitors. We've worked hard to establish this in order to provide confidence that we can bring the players into the country and keep them and their support teams safe as they compete in the championships. This environment also includes an appropriate testing and track and trace programme. At this point in time, applying the current Sports Ground Safety Authority guidance to our outdoor venue results in a capacity of around 25% across our grounds. This makes for exceptionally challenging decisions in terms of ticketing allocation. And whilst it remains too soon to finalise our individual court capacities, we will work hard to create the mix of spectators that Wimbledon is so well known for. The minimised risk environment was an absolute requirement of the Government and Public Health England to get permission to stage the tournament, and particularly to get permission to bring all of those athletes into the UK and for them to be able to avoid having to quarantine on entry to the UK. So it was something we considered because we very much know that it's something that the players enjoy, that private housing, and I very much hope we can be bringing it back next year, but it's just not possible this year.
Of course, there was no Wimbledon last year because of coronavirus, but we're all happy that we're set to see the return of this competition on June the 28th. Although, Cecilia, the several plans are yet to be finalized. You had talked about the fans, 25%.
That's what they're hoping for.
That's what they're hoping for.
Prize money also.
Prize money yet to be finalized as well, too. So I am just glad that this competition will go ahead.
That's it.
Barring any unforeseen dramatic circumstances.
Okay. We don't even see that happening at all. So let me not think about it.
Let's
because
not
I want to
think
see
about
Wimbledon this year. The grass courts need to return.
I mean, come on.
We need to see that.
Yeah.
Let's leave tennis courts. We left the basketball court, tennis court. Talk about what's happening right here at home. It's going to be a different, how do I put it now, like a new dawn or a new narrative when it comes to sports. And the reason I'm talking about this is simply because of Chioma Ajunwan. Yes, remember, had the only person, the only African, the only person that played football at World Cup level and also go ahead to win a gold medal at the Olympics. Yeah, I don't know of any other person.
Yeah, it's safe to say Chioma was a special.
Yeah, she is special.
Yeah,
she's special.
So, anyways, in case you've forgotten, I know it's been a long time. This year marks the 25th anniversary of Chioma Ajunwan winning that gold medal, surprising gold medal for Nigeria at Atlanta 96. And no one saw that result coming. That's a fact. I was still very young then. I was still a shorty, but
everyone was focusing on football.
On football.
And why she was jumping for gold.
We've heard all kinds of stories. We don't know how. Yeah, the bottom line is no one saw that gold medal coming, and that instantly turned Chioma Ajunwa into a national treasure and hero. And she's not just celebrating this incredible achievement. She's actually now trying to do something in terms of discovering potential superstars that will represent Nigeria in the future as well too. And that's why she decided to unveil a series of projects, you know, it's one of a kind in Nigeria, to help you know, discover you know, very good talents as well too. We're seeing pictures are coming from the events.
Press conference that she held, you know, heralding and unveiling the numbers of events she wants to put up with. She talked about the Olympic talent hunt for girls in 8 states across the federation, and the states will include, you have Edo, Abia, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi. You also have Imo, Abuja, and of course Lagos. That's where it's starting from. That's on the 11th and 13th of this month. That's what we really, of May. That's what we are really happy about. But then let's get
more details,
from the event that she will be hosting, including that of the ultra-modern sport development center that will be built in Owerri, Imo State.
It is on record that I am the only one on this planet Earth that has played football to the World Cup level and switched to athletics and was able to win the Olympic gold medal. In line with the above, to the celebration of the golden jump of 1996 Olympic Games, some activities have been lined up, such as Olympic talent hunt for the girls in 8 states of the Federation, launching of 6 billion naira ultra-modern sports development center in Owerri, Imo State, and the celebration of the silver jubilee anniversary of that golden jump. This will happen at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, come on the 19th day of August 2021. To commemorate that great day and event, the Chioma Ajunwa Foundation, in collaboration with her partners, the supporters and sponsors, are working tirelessly for a national hunt for the next big thing in sports in Nigeria. That is getting the next Chioma Ajunwa.
All right. I mean, you heard what she had to say concerning. We're trying to explain, and those talent hunt for girls is going to be 3 different sports of football, track and field, and taekwondo. So it's not just football. Okay. Track and field she's focusing on. Football. She added football.
The football, sports she played to the very highest level.
Yeah. Okay, and she just wasn't the only one speaking. We have Segun Odegbami was there. Remember the kind of role that Segun Odegbami played in her life, you know, meeting at the very critical point in her career. Yeah. And you also have other sponsors who are partner with her. Yeah. And of course, Henry Amiki talking about her.
Such a project is because she understands the meaning of being an athlete, the meaning of structuring an athlete from cradle to civilization. So putting everything together and bringing it out on this occasion of the 25th anniversary of that leap is because she knows is going to change the dynamics of sports in Nigeria.
If you look at the records in the past, there hasn't been much done, you know, to showcase the talent inherent in Nigerian youths, especially the girls, like you said. I think the coming together of Akaji Kuma Foundation and Chioma Ajunwa Foundation will go a long way to, you know, nurture the destinies of these young ones to greatness.
Since 1996, that Nigeria has produced another individual that has won an Olympic gold medal. So in that regard, we have come together to see how best we can train these athletes, because we believe accommodation is the most important thing for an athlete. Feeding and accommodation is very important. So what we are trying to do is provide those two things for these athletes and a vehicle that will take them around to competitions, because the more competition you have, the better you get. Those are the things we went through, and we can replicate it in the foundation.
She's going into a field that will produce more of her kind. I read her speech, and I'm very, very impressed because she talks of another Chioma Ajunwa. So that is a great vision, and we'll give her every kind of support that we can give, because I believe she would achieve what she's setting out to achieve. That's the way to go, to bring up the young ones. Even in that line, she has supported me. When I set up my own academy 17 years ago, the first set of students, female students that came to the school, she recruited them. They went through the school for 2 years, free of charge. All of them are graduates now, you know, when they couldn't attain the heights in sports.
The big impediments we have is that we never had facilities where we keep our athletes. And being an ex-athlete, I've been able to know all our problems. And when I want to do something, I must tackle with that problem, which has been an obstacle. That was why, first and foremost, I built a hostel where we will keep these athletes. Then we said sports with education must go pari passu. Because I know that when you are a good athlete and educated, you become a better athlete. So, these two things now, once you are able to put it right, and now go back, begin to have a culture of training and retraining our coaches, giving them the quality coaching. We have talent where and there. Here in Nigeria, we will be able to go back to our old glories.
That's Chioma for you, talking about her project this year to mark the 25th anniversary of winning a gold medal in Atlanta 96. And we have a guest in the studio, Oluwadamiloju Saliu. Good morning, it's good to have you join us.
Good morning, Cecilia. I'm excited to be back on the sports this morning.
It's great to have you, Danny.
It's been a while.
It's been
it
a
has.
while. But he's been around.
He's been around.
I've been away as
You've
well.
been away. That's the reason.
So you were away too. You went to
Exactly,
the
that's what I
States.
said.
Had a wonderful time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I did.
Quick one on this very laudable private initiative from Chioma Ajunwa.
Amazing, totally amazing. We're talking off air about how this is a wonderful opportunity for some of these girls, and it puts them in a place where a lot of people weren't. Chioma talked about how in her own time they had a few issues, and then for what she said, they're going to have hotel accommodation, they're going to have facilities, things sorted out for them. It just tells you that she has a plan for those coming behind. It's a case of, I went through a particular situation, and then I'm not only going to keep the door open, I'm also going to make sure that they have better chances at doing what I did and more.
And I love the age bracket from 10 to 17, which is really great. And starting with 8, and before you, with more money, more sponsorship, obviously she's going to take it across the federation. And the good thing is the final one will be the Golden Jump, the celebration of the Silver Jubilee that will happen in Abuja, the dinner. Okay, looking forward to that. You know, after the whole thing, you have to cap it up with something.
I just hope this project is an all-round success. Very important for the country, for a lot of those girls as well, to Cecilia.
Yeah, a lot of them. They'll just be hopeful. And another thing she said was picking them across the streets. You don't have like a focus. Those girls who are out there who have the talent and don't have anyone to actually help them harness that talent in taekwondo, in track and field, and in football, to just come together and pick them up and group them. And maybe one day we might have one Falila Tunkwaya from there, one Mayo Uyanis from there, and one Chioma Jones from there.
Yeah.
Big deal. Right, let's leave that development and quickly talk about the CAF Confederations Cup. Yes, just what?
Serious matter.
Yeah, it's a big one, right?
Very
they're
serious
condemned to
matter.
win. That's what I used to say to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But now Aimba will get that. Condemned to win. They don't have a choice. Just win. Once you win, you're out. You're getting out from that group stage. You're not going to go home. It's easy, right?
Is it even that straightforward?
It's straightforward.
It's not as
there's
straightforward.
no calculator.
You're not looking at calculators.
Nothing.
We will be needing calculators.
Just win, outright win.
Because we're going to see that group now is going to come on the table. Then you understand why we will be needing calculators at the end of the day. Anyways, that's the fixtures. Those are the fixtures for today. Group A. Of course, that's where you have Nigeria's Enyimba. They'll take on Orlando Pirates tonight in Aba, as well as ES Setif will be taking on Ali Benghazi of Libya. And the group is going to come up now, and we've let Dami do, the permutations and all of that. But before the group comes up, other details that you need to know about the game, which will be played at Enyimba Stadium
10
tonight, 10 p.m. I'm still trying to understand the rationale behind that.
The coach is not complaining. Said they will like it. They will like the weather. South Africans will benefit more because they are coming from the Coda region.
Unfortunately, the captain, Austin Oladapo, and defender Timothy Danladi are out of this game. Those are big misses.
Austin Oladapo is missing simply because of suspension, picking a third yellow card against Benghazi. The last game, so he's out, and that guy always have a way of giving them the first goal, and then they beat from there.
As a big miss.
You also have other players who are also out due to injury.
There's Ogbonaya Nelson, Dio Joe, and Jean-Marie Guerra out due to injuries as well. While the quartet of Farouk Mohammed, Samad Kadiri, Hassan Abubakar, and Imo Obot are set to return from lengthy injury layoffs. Angolan referee Elder Martins de Cavallo will officiate the game. Dami, let's come to you quickly, and let's talk about why this group might end up needing a calculator at the end of the day. All 4 teams still have a chance of qualifying for the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to go into the final game of a group stage and every single team can qualify. Now, I'm going to agree with both of you on 2 different things. First of all, Cecilia mentioned how Enyimba don't need to look at the match between Setif and Alali Benghazi, and that is very true because with a certain type of win, Enyimba can book their place in the quarterfinals. But Tayo mentioned how we need calculators, and the truth of the matter is head-to-head is what comes first. It's separating 2 teams down the same points for the CAF Confederation Cup. And Enyimba lost 2 goals to 1 rather, away at Pirates. And Pirates are on 9 points, Enyimba on 6 points. So if Enyimba win, they go to 9 points. It now becomes, what's the situation with the head-to-head? If it ends 2-1, that means points are the same, head-to-head is the same, it goes to goal difference. And that means Pirates will have +4. And I think we'll have -2. That means
definitely
Enyimba
they have
out.
the edge, okay?
So if Enyimba win by 1-0, it's the same points. Head-to-head is 2-2, but Enyimba will qualify by virtue of away goal on head-to-head. So 1-0 is enough, or any 2-goal scoreline. So if Enyimba win by 1-0 or maybe 2-0, 3-1,
we don't need calculator, right?
No,
straightforward. That's what just said.
Because if you just say a win is enough.
Okay, we have win.
A 3-2 win is not enough.
It's not enough.
Because they to away.
But 1-0 win, that's what I should have said. 1-0 win is enough.
A 1-0 win or a win by 2-goal margin.
This is it. I mean, this is the point you're talking about now. 6, 9, 7, and 6, and goal difference -3. And if Enyimba had beaten Ali Benghazi, come on,
even a draw would have put us in.
Let's not go back.
Let's leave that. That's over already. So tonight, Enyimba scored 2 goals, and that's it. I know they don't have 2-0. I know they don't have their captain, but 2-0, they're good to go. And if you check their
what about
meetings?
Carry on.
No, I'm talking about the 4 meetings between Orlando Pirates and Enyimba. And of course, Orlando Pirates have won twice, are drawing 1. And the last one, 2-1 win. So Enyimba disadvantage in this one. But they can actually get something out of it. They can. It's at home. But that 10 p.m., I'm really not comfortable with that.
It feels all the matches are happening at 10 p.m. and I think there's another group that the matches are by 11. So you understand how CAF want to avoid any issues of a team knowing what result they need. So you just want both matches played at the same time. But I think looking at this group also, you understand the fact that for those who don't understand, Setif can still qualify from this group. If they get a win, they go up to 8 points. And if Pirates beat Enyimba, so Pirates will be on 9, Setif will be on 8, Alali Benghazi will be on 7, and then Enyimba will be on 6. We do not want that situation, but literally every team can still qualify. Orlando Pirates are first and they can still be knocked out.
Can you give a call to Thomas Tuchel, how you usually score 1 goal and lock up and then win? To Man City,
I think
something
we need
like
to
that.
delve into that part.
Same coach, different players.
Nice.
Let's go on the show.
Bring out the molars and
Cecilia, oh my goodness.
pack.
No, I understand completely.
Let's go on with the show now. We wish Aimba all the best tonight in our game.
Yeah, before we leave that, quickly news coming from the CAF Champions League for women. The Waffle B tournament will be played in July, so we have a date for it, which is a good one for the players preparing, especially Rivers Angels, who will be representing Nigeria in that tournament. It's going to be in July 5th, 15th and 20th. That's when it will be happening. Let me try and get the exact date for it. And that's also going to serve as qualifiers for the CAF Women's Champions League, the very first time it's happening. And expectedly, as we mentioned Tayo the other time, you're going to be having another slot coming from the Waffle B zone. And it's going to be seeded to Nigeria because we're champions of Africa based on the African Women's Championship that we won in Ghana the last time. So
there's a good chance our Nigeria parades
two slots. That's if Rivers Angels will do their business so well. I mean, there's Ghana in that, there's Niger Republic, there's also some other teams in Africa that they will be facing. So all they have to do now is to try and win that tourney. If they're able to win it, then Nigeria will get 2 slots.
All right.
Which is great, right?
Great.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's going to be in Abidjan, yeah?
We're tired of having just one. We have just one Nigerian team on the whole of the continent for the men across the Champions League, and we don't know whether they will still be on the continent at the end of today. So we need the women to also do this for us. Come on, Himba.
Yeah, it's going to be in Abidjan, and the date, as I mentioned, it's going to be from 5th to 30th of July. So it's going to serve as qualifier. 8 teams will be taking part, in the finals, and the Waffle B, of course, you're having countries like Ghana, Benin Republic, Côte d'Ivoire, Niger, Nigeria, and Burkina Faso. So these countries I've mentioned, it's only Nigeria that seems to have, the best women's league among them. So Rivers just got those
All right, then. Let's get on with the show now. Cecilia, let's go and talk about the UEFA Champions League. Big match last night. Didn't disappoint. Quite the tactical battle.
Second half disappointed.
Yeah, that's because they didn't do what it was supposed to do, change things up, and they were a lot better in the second half. If you missed the game, I don't know what you were doing. Real Madrid and Chelsea played at Alfredo Stefano Stadium. The match ended 1-1, and Christian Pulisic scoring first, and Karim Benzema gets in the equalizer. We're going to be joined as well too by Babatunde Ojora from Paris to help us with the review of the games in the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, Babatunde, good morning. It's good to have you join us.
Good morning, Tayo. Good morning, Cecilia.
It's great to have you, Babatunde, and exciting games to talk about. Of course, here in Paris, you'll be helping us do a proper preview of the game between PSG and Manchester City. But of course, there was a game yesterday as well too between Real Madrid and Chelsea. We'll come back to you, Babatunde. Let me get your thoughts quickly, Dami, on that game. Karim Benzema cancelling out Christian Pulisic's early strike, and you'd have thought that Chelsea, with the way they played in the first half, should have been out of sight. But once again, Timo Werner was very, very wasteful and missed that very first opportunity for Chelsea.
Unfortunately, Chelsea fans all over social media have been at Timo Werner's throat, and with good reason. He has had 29 clear-cut chances across all competitions this season, has converted just 8. He was going to miss 21. That is not good enough. And if Chelsea fail to make it to the final of the Champions League, a lot of the blame should be laid at Werner's feet. As early as the 10th minute, a goal from point-blank range. I am confident I will have put that in the back.
Really?
That's how easy a chance it was. But I think Chelsea will also be very disappointed because, like you said, and like Cecilia said, the first half was really interesting, and that was because Chelsea took the game to Real Madrid. They could easily have been 2 or 3 goals up in the first half because just loose passes in the final third. Aside the Werner Mays, Pulisic and Conte were guilty of not playing the right pass. And for Real Madrid, the whole game they had just 1 shot on target. This is the second time they're having 1 or less shots on target in a Champions League game. The first time, coincidentally, was against another top team, PSG, 2 years ago. But Karim Benzema is a man in the form of his life. Real Madrid have struggled. They've only won 1 of their last 5 games. 3 have been goalless draws, but they've scored 4 in that run. Benzema has scored 3 and assisted 1. He got a half chance. They love strikers. It wouldn't even be a chance for other strikers. And he was able to bury it. So Chelsea might just end up paying a big price for not converting the chances that they created yesterday.
Okay. Babatunde, what do you make of the game? Real Madrid, do they have a chance in the second leg, knowing that Real Madrid haven't beaten Chelsea in the Champions League?
I don't think Real Madrid have any chance going back to Stamford Bridge. And yesterday showed us, not even Real Madrid alone, and Chelsea, it showed the attacking deficiencies in both teams. Chelsea are currently the lowest scoring team in the top 7 teams in Premiership. And as well as Real Madrid as well, in the last 15 years, I think this is their lowest scoring tally in La Liga. So considering all that, I don't see them coming. I'm speaking as a Chelsea fan. I don't see them going to the Stamford Bridge to get a win. The list is maybe get a draw or maybe ending goalless and Chelsea will scale through. I don't see them going there to get a win.
Okay, let's listen to Thomas Tuchel, what he feels after the game.
We played a very strong first half. We should have won the first half. Unfortunately, we were a bit unlucky and lacked composure and precision in the decision-making in the opponent's box, but we were very, very strong in the first half. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal from set piece. Otherwise, we defended throughout the whole match very, very strong. And that's pretty much the story. And, next week, we have to face another challenge against Real Madrid. Will be a tough one because it's Champions League semi-final. Nothing is sure. Even if we had a win here, everything is possible. It's half-time, and we need to fight for every centimeter.
All right, well, Thomas Tuchel, he felt they could have won it in first half, but that wasn't to be. Let's leave Chelsea and quickly go to the big game of tonight, PSG and Manchester City. How would that, where would that go?
What's Paris feeling like
Paris,
now?
what's it feeling like right now?
I mean, this is the kind of game we want to see. You know, a game where you see both teams with quality, and we won't be disappointed tonight. Like we were not when PSG played against Bayern Munich, first leg and second leg. We saw how the game was. Very, very interesting game. So I'm expecting the same team tonight. But I'm just worried about PSG. Would they come to the battle tonight prepared? We know Pochettino, you know, probably because he understands how Pep thinks. So I think that's an advantage to him tonight. Mbappe, they just need to be patient, and I'm sure. I want to go with PSG today, getting at least maybe a slim win, 2 or 2-1.
Interesting. Dami, how's it going to pan out? If you look at the form of both sides, City, they're in great form as well too. Yeah. Paris in great form as well too. In terms of personnel, player personnel, they all have great players, and perhaps you say City or PSG have the edge in terms of their forward players, in terms of a striker. You know, but how do you see this game panning out tonight? City, can they get a result in Paris?
It depends on what you mean by a result. You mean not losing? Yeah. I think they can. I think the issue for both teams is they are top heavy. That's the honest truth. PSG have Mbappe, they have Neymar, who combined in the Champions League have 14 goals already. So it just tells you that they have a lot of firepower going on there. Neymar has the same number of goal involvements, goals and assists as Champions League appearances. So it's 67 in 67, 41 goals and 26 assists to tell you how amazing he has been in the Champions League. But I think today the midfield is going to be very, very key. We know Pep Guardiola's teams like to control the ball. They like to hog possession and they try to create. Kevin De Bruyne is going to be important. Same with Marco Verratti. But my problem for Manchester City is if you've watched matches, especially against Manchester United, they can be very suspect on the counter. And with the searing pace of Kylian Mbappe and then Di Maria, who seems, every time I watch him, it seems he has become better. Yeah. He knows how to just take that shadow role, let Neymar and Mbappe hog all the headlines and orchestrate things from deep. I think we're going to see a situation where both teams score a goal, and maybe I really want an exciting 2-2 draw. I hope that's what we see. I hope it's not a tactical battle where both teams are so disciplined and then we get the goal.
Overthinking it, right?
I think from what we've seen recently in the last few rounds, I think it's going to be City playing on the front foot, dominating the ball, and PSG reacting. They've got the pace to do just that. And I think I'm very surprised if the game doesn't pan out that way. We need to go on a break right about now. When we come back, we'll get to listen to both managers speaking ahead of tonight's game.
think Manchester City is one of the greatest team on the world, and I think for me with the best coach, and of course is going to be tough or tougher than Bayern Munich. We'll see. We don't know. We don't know it's going to be tougher, if we are going to win or not. We are confident. We know very well that before to play, always is a lot of there are a lot of theories, but the most important is the 180 minutes that you need to deserve to be on the final and to play better than your opponent.
Mike, the best balance is have the ball. If you had the ball all the time, the balance, the team is already there. It's the only way. It's the only way. We are going to concede counterattacks. We are going to concede chances from PSG. It's impossible. And the only way to minimize these kind of things is impose your game. Like we are built since 5 years ago when we arrived to say, okay, we're going to try to do it and in the best way.
Hey, welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. You got to listen to Mauricio Pochettino and Pep Guardiola ahead of tonight's game. Ahead of tonight's game against each other. Before we let you go, we still have Babatunde Ojora from Paris. You heard what Pep Guardiola said. Guardiola is not going to change his ways, his way of playing the game. They intend to dominate possession and control the game. But do you think that could just play into the hands of Paris, which I think it's going to be, with all their pacey forwards?
I believe so, because we know how Paris Saint-Germain, how they operate. They've got Mbappe that can take you on if you give them the space. They've got Neymar that can do some crazy skills, you know, with 2 or 3 players surrounded with him. But if PSG wants to win today, it's just they need to be patient enough. Let PSG play the ball. We know they want to have the ball. They want to keep the ball. Let them have it and just look for the counter. It's always been like that for Pep Guardiola, even when he was in Barcelona, when he was in Bayern Munich. They want to keep the ball. But if you want to, you know, get at him, just have a fast man that can counter, and that is it for me. And also, I think Pep will also want to hold the ball today, like he rightly said. They will want to hold the ball.
Interesting. Now we'll see who emerges, victorious in this game involving the new rich boys in European football. Ojora, many thanks for joining us on the show. Hopefully, for your sake, Paris can get something out of the game tonight. Thank you very much for your time.
Champions League have a way of how would I say, making a runners-up win. So I'm comfortable PSG will get to the final this time.
Okay, back-to-back finals for PSG. We'll see. Thank you very much, Babatunde Ojora.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, guys. Yeah.
Cheers. All right, there you go. So that's it. You can let us know as well. So you can talk to us on channels _ sports. And what's your prediction for tonight between PSG and Paris? Of course, you can talk about Enyimba as well too. How do you think that game is going to pan out against the Orlando Pirates, rivals from South Africa? Let's put Dami on the spot as well too. What's going to happen tonight in terms of a scoreline?
I think I said earlier, I'm expecting goals from Manchester City and PSG.
Scoreline is not goals.
2-2.
Okay.
Really?
That's what I want. You know how interesting the first leg between PSG and Bayern was? How it felt like PSG are taking the 2-goal lead and Bayern came back. I want that kind of game. For Enyimba's match today.
Okay.
They will win 2-0.
So Enyimba's 2 previous home games against Satif and Al Ahly Benghazi have ended 2-1. So maybe you want to use that.
No, we don't want a 2-1. We don't want a 2-1, just on 2-0.
You have to qualify, please. Something 0, either 2-0 or 1-0. A win that the opposition does not score, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Qualify, that's fine for me.
Okay, let's just take this one tweet before we look at the papers, right? Noble Flyerman says, please tell Enyimba that it's a convincing win or nothing tonight. Chelsea was compact last night. However, the game is still very open, and I see Madrid progressing through. PSG and City will be an, end-to-end game, and I'm excited. Okay, he's excited about that.
Excited.
All right,
well.
and what's Loafa says that handsome guy N'Golo Kante battled Real Madrid in the middle of the park. He would do more in the reverse fixture. PSG have to be in their best to be able to upstage Man City. Why Enyimba can make it without their captain? Why Enyimba can't make it without their captain? That's a bit harsh.
No, that's a big miss.
Austin is not around. That's I'm like they need to just hit the ground running. Pulisic said something before the Champions League against Real Madrid yesterday that they need to start fast, hit the ground running, have enough energy in the first half, and they did that quickly. Get the goal and see what happened next, and that's what Enyimba really needs to do tonight. There's no captain. That extra motivation is not there. But without him, I think they should be able to do something good because it's not looking good. Peppers, please. We'll start with the Complete Sports here.
Yep, there you go.
Complete Sports. Okay, Man United fans want Iheanacho over Harry Kane.
Senior man.
Okay, and
Man United fans. Which poll was that?
Manchester United fans, the poll, maybe done by Complete Sports. Why are you asking me? Details of it is on Complete Sports. The writer of the story should know better on this one. It's just a paper review, so I won't reveal much. You can get it and see what's inside, right?
Right.
Nantes will escape relegation. That's what Simon is saying. I hope so. Agent Osimhen will reach double-figure goals this season. Yeah, hopefully he can. And because of his performance against Torino, hopefully he can really. I just want him. Paris on fire. That's a PSG Man City.
Yes.
The power, the money bags coming to town.
Yeah.
El Kashiko.
El Kashiko. Interesting. Let's go to Sporting
Sun here. You see how Osimhen set unwanted Serie A record. What's this all about? Sporting Sun got details of what that unwanted record. Oyekuru heads back to Monaco. Okay, this is not an interesting thing.
No, I mean it's a loan, so normally you go back to your old club then.
But the news I want to read, the story I want to hear is the fact that he's been signed.
We still got a few months to go.
It's been signed permanent deal.
Until the summer.
Yeah, permanent deal. That's what I want to read.
Yeah,
permanent
still time
deal.
For that.
Yeah, I know. I want permanent deal. Yeah, permanent deal. We start hearing stories of it's going to be about that, not the one he's heading. That's my point.
Yeah.
Neymar hints at PSG stay. Where's he going anyway? Who's got money to pay him or buy him at this time?
Yeah.
He's staying. World Cup qualifiers will releases Super Eagles list. He will do that in May. Okay. Okay. 5 strikers in contention. Yeah, we can have 5.
Right. Yeah. Sporting Life now.
Which one gets you talking here, none? Yeah, which one gets you talking here quickly?
5 strikers. I mean, we have our strikers doing so well. The Simeon covers 19 goals in the Serie A. There's Osimhen getting back in the goals. Of course, Mino Polo Noachu scores. Senior man Kells. I mean, there's a host of attacking talents. You can understand why there's a possibility of having 5 attackers as regards to Super Eagles.
And to be nice.
It would be great. Yeah. Roles and recent lists dominated by a lot of defenders.
Yeah.
Right. But I think we must see a change for the latest list.
Because at the end of the day, how many does he even play?
Exactly. It's going to be very difficult to leave out all these informed strikers. Anyway, let's go to Sporting Life. That's the last paper review. Still same story on Ghana Raw. Ahead of the games against Liberia and Cape Verde. To pick 23 players out. That's May 31. There's also the story of Bayern announcing Nagelsmann as the new manager.
The most expensive coach in the world. Yeah, surprise. No, it's just been sarcastic.
I mean, for Bayern Munich, they always do this. They go around the rest of the Bundesliga, they pick the very best of talents, and at least this one they paid. When you remember that Lewandowski was a free transfer, you understand that Bayern Munich just have their cherry pickers, likes of Neuer from other Bundesliga clubs. Yeah. And then, of course, the ripple effect of that one is likely that Hans Flick is going to be the German manager. Let's just see, 5-year deal. He's one of the first managers in recent history to be given 5 years as his first contract.
With that kind of money at 33, money speaks. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate your time, Damien. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Tayo Salam.
I'm Cecilia Mogwe. Bye for now.